Hello, this is Nagesh Suryavanshi. Dear students, today we will discuss one more content from the project management, and the content is related to the project progress monitoring. Dear students, we have seen about the technique of updating. In that, we review the progress of the project at a particular or at any, and you come to know that the activities of the project are running ahead or lagging behind, and as per that data from the site, you can rearrange that particular time of that activities, and you will draw that network diagram, new network diagram. So replanning, rescheduling by means of that, by taking the review from the site, and that updating technique that you have studied earlier in earlier video. Now today we will discuss one more method of project progress monitoring, and that method is known as earned value analysis, EVA analysis method. Now this method is used for monitoring or measuring the project progress. That is the main advantage of this method is. And you will be able to analyze any project. You will be able to measure progress of any project by studying this particular method. So this is the outcome of this particular content or learning. Now, earned value analysis is a method in that not only the time factor is considered to measure or analyze, but that cost factor is also considered in this particular method. Means time schedule or cost that we will measure or analyze by using this EVA technique, and by means of that we can monitor the actual progress of the project. Now the benefits of this method, that here we compare actual progress of work with the original plan or schedule, and also we compare that particular progress with the original budget. One more advantage of this particular analysis, EVA analysis, is it will give the essential warning signal about that particular activities of the project that are going wrong. Also, by knowing all that things, by analyzing all that things, you will able to forecast final budget of the project. So these are we can say the benefits of this particular analysis, earned value analysis. Right? Now with the help of example, we will see that earned value analysis. See on the board. Here the precedence relationship of the activities are given. There are 5 activities: A, B, C, D and E. The activity A, immediate preceding activity, none. Activity B, predecessor or immediate preceding activity A, like that relationship is given. For activity C, B predecessor. For activity D, the same B predecessor. and for activity E, D predecessor. So this is the relationship, precedence relationship given, or we have that, we can say we can make the plan like that. And the duration required to that particular activity, to complete that activity, for activity A 3 days, for activity B 4 days, for activity C 5 days, for activity D 4 days, and for activity E 3 days. So the duration is also we have given. So this is generally we can make the plan. And by this particular actually relationship we can bar chart. So here you can understand that how to draw the bar chart also. So see, by choosing the scale, we have on the x-axis we have the duration. See the first activity A, we draw the bar, horizontal bar, and the length of bar is equal to the duration of that activity. So 3 days it requires. So 1, 2, 3. So bar length of bar is 3 days, and that activity A. Similar is the activity B. Activity B, immediate predecessor activity B, immediate preceding activity is A. So means activity B will start after the completion of the activity A. So B will start on the 3rd day. It will take to complete 4 days. It will end on a 7th day. So the bar is that from 3 to 7. That is 4 days required to complete the activity B. So length of bar is 4 days. Then activity C will start after the completion of activity B. Activity C and D both are starting simultaneously, concurrently. Means after the completion of B, both will start, as the C and D having predecessor activity B. So we will draw it. The C will require 5 days. So C will start on 7th day. It will end on 12th day. So the length of bar is 5 days. Then activity D 4 days. Activity D will start on 7th day. It will take 4 days to complete. Means it will end on 11th day. So length of bar is of 4 days. Then last activity, activity E, predecessor is D. Means after the completion of activity D, the activity E will start. So it will require 3 days. So 11, it will start on 11 and will end on the 14th. So the 3 days is the length of the bar, means that activity E. So this is what we have drawn the bar chart by given precedence relationship. Now its method, earned value analysis method is that progress monitoring method. We, in the duration of the project, small project is 14 days. Now suppose we are taking the review at the 9th day. So review taken at the 9th day. Then what will be the actual condition exist, that we have to see. Now if you see, we have taken the review at the 9th day, activity A, activity B already get completed, right? So that is the status at the 9th day. If you see the activity C, the only 1 day work completed, right? So activity C requires 5 days to complete, means it will complete 100% after the 5th or 5th day or 5 days. So it is shown here by hash that only 20% completion of the activity C. 20% completion of the activity C. Right? Then activity D required 4 days and only 1 day work is completed, means activity D 25% completion of the, that is shown by that particular hatch line, that actually completed, actually performed work, right? And how much scheduled work, if you see review taken at the 9th day, this line means how much work is scheduled here or supposed to complete, that 2 days work is supposed to complete of the activity C. Means we have the 40% completion of the activity C we want at the review time. So that is the schedule. We have scheduled that work, that 40% work of the activity C is supposed to complete. Similarly, activity D, we have that 2 days work that is scheduled, means 50% work is scheduled, means supposed to complete. So that is scheduled. So 50% here, 40% here is for the activity C. 40% is the work scheduled for activity D. 50% is the work scheduled at the review time or review at the 9th day review. Right? So from this, now we have to find out that different terms that are related to the earned value analysis. So first term in the earned value analysis is, that is planned value. So what is meant by the planned value? So planned value, that is also known as budgeted cost work schedule. Budgeted cost work schedule. It means how much work you supposed to complete at the date of review. So in the example, activity C we want 40% complete, activity D we want 50% complete. That is schedule. So budgeted cost work schedule means planned value, and it is in terms of, or it is a monetary terms, means it is in terms of money. We have to express in the money, right? So budgeted cost work schedule is also known as a planned value. So I think you understood the first term, planned value. Second term is that particular is known as earned value, EV. And earned value is also known as the budget cost work performed, means BCWP, budgeted cost work performed. So that is the abbreviation, right? So it is earned value analysis, means actual that work performed, right? The work performed, that is actually the work completed, that is a BCWP, or also known as earned value. Third term, that is actual cost, it's also known as actual cost of work performed, ACWP. This actual cost, that might you have to guess that by considering the different costs, that means the cost of labor, cost of material, cost of equipment, it may be the cost of subcontractors, that all the costs we have to add up, all the costs we have to add up, and we have to find out the actual cost of that particular work performed, and this is known as ACWP, right? So these are the three terms that we need to first find out. Later on, we have to find out the four main indicators, and by finding out that four main indicators, you will come to know that the project, that progress, that cost and time point of view. Now coming to the example, that here the activity, preceding activity duration that is given, and so cost per day is given. So for activity A, 400 rupees per day required. The work is of 3 days, so 1200 is the total cost of the activity. Like that, you have to find out the total cost of that particular each activity. If you add up all that total cost of each activity, we have the original budget. Our original cost is rupees 4600. That is the total cost of the whole project of 14 days. Right? Now we have to first note down these three terms. Right? So first, that as we have seen that we have taken the review at the 9th day, and actual completed work of the activity C is here, that is 20%. Actual completion of the work of D is a 25%. Right? A and B already completed. Activity E, yet to start. So we have the actual work performed. Activity A 100% completed at the date of review at 9 day. B 100% completed. C activity 20% completed, shown by hash line. Activity D 25% completed, shown by hash line, and activity E yet to start, that 0. Now we will note down now or write down the first that particular that budgeted cost of the work performed, or that earn value. How much is the earn value? So see, the activity A that already completed is 1200, that is the earn value of it. Activity B is also already completed, the 800 is the cost, budgeted cost, that is the same for it, 800. Now activity C 300 we found out. How? Activity C budgeted cost of work performed or earn value is 300. How is it? So the activity C, that if you see that activity C, total cost of the activity C is rupees 1500 and actual work performed is 20%. So 20% of 1500, that is nothing but 300. So that is to be written here. Similarly, activity D, total cost of the activity is 800. Activity D is actually completed 25%, is 25% of the that particular 800, that gives the 200. So by that actual work performed, from that we have the that budgeted cost in the form of money. If you add all that, we will get 2600, that is budgeted cost of work, that is earn value, right? Activity we have 0, that you know, because it yet to start. So 2600 is the earn value or budgeted cost work performed we found. Now coming to that planned value. So planned value, as I told, that activity A, B already completed at the day of review. If you see the activity C and D, the scheduled work or supposed to complete work is, that is 40%, and for the activity D, scheduled work, that is 50%, right? So activity A budgeted cost work schedule earn planned value is, for activity A 100% completed, hence the cost is 1200, that is taken as it is. For activity B 800, because 100% completion of the activity B also, so 1200 and 800, that as it is we have. Now activity C and D, that activity C budgeted cost of work schedule or earn planned value is 600. How is it? How to find out it? 600. See, as I told, it's a supposed to complete, is for the activity C, it is supposed to complete that. How much? That is the 40%. So B is supposed to complete in the 2 days, that is 40% work that is supposed to complete at the date of review, 40%. So 40% of that 1500, that is 600. So 40% of 1500 is 600. So that is supposed to complete at the date of review. Similarly, activity D supposed to complete at the date of review, that is 40%. So 40% of that 800, that is we have that activity D, right? So 40% of that 800 we will 40% not 50%. 50% of that 800 is a 400, because 50% completion expected at the scheduled or reviewed day, that is 9 day. So 25 and 25 for 2 days, 50% is supposed to complete. So 50% is the scheduled or supposed to work to complete. So 50% of 800 means 400. So like that we find out the BCWS, budgeted cost of work scheduled, that is planned value. Now third, that is actual cost. So actual cost, as I told, that we have to, it might be guessed, or you have to add the different costs, cost of material, cost of labor, cost of that subcontractors, machineries, like that. And from the actual review, what is the actual cost spent on the work that you have to write. So for the activity A, the same 1200 completed, that is the cost spent. For the activity B, 800 spent. And from the data we found that the activity C we spent rupees 400. From the data we have that activity on activity D we spent rupees 300, right? So that is the actual cost we spent on the work performed. That we have to get the data from the data site, that this is the actual expenses made on the each activity. So this is the actual cost of work performed. Okay, right? Now three terms, that earned value, actual cost and planned value, we found that how to find that we have seen. Now as I told, these we have to find out the main four indicators, that is a schedule variance, first is a cost variance, then third is a SPI, schedule performance index, and fourth is a cost performance index, CPI. So these are the main four indicators that you need to find out, and then we can interpret the results obtained, right? Let us see the schedule variance. That formula is earned value minus planned value. Schedule variance is the formula is earned value minus planned value. So earned value we have here, earned value we have 2600, and planned value we have, that is 3000. So 2600 minus 3000 means that is minus, we have 400, that we got the value minus 400 schedule variance. Next indicator, that is the difference between earned value and actual cost. So earned value, that we got 2600 minus actual cost, that is 2700, that is the cost spent on the work performed. So minus that 100, right? So we got the SV as well as CV minus value. So we will see how to interpret that, what the results obtained later on. We will first find out the remaining that indicators. So next is third indicator is schedule performance index, SPI, is equal to earned value by planned value. So earned value, that is 2600 divided by planned value 3000. So 2600 divided by 3000, you will get the 0.87, and it is less than 1. That we will see later on. So 0.87 we got is the SPI. Similarly CPI, the formula is EV, earned value upon the actual cost. So earned value we have 2600 upon the actual cost we have 2700. So 2600 upon 2700, we will get the 0.96, that is the cost performance index, that is also less than 1. So these are the four main indicators of this particular small project we found out, and now we will interpret this particular result of test. First, about these two indices, two indicators, SV schedule variance, CV cost variance, both are negative, right? So SP schedule variance is negative, means that particular project is behind the schedule, as we got the negative sign of the SV. So it indicates it is behind the schedule. So how much is behind the schedule, that we will see by the next indicator that we have found out. Next, cost variance, that is also we got the negative value, means the project is the over budget. So how much percent it is over budget, that we will see by that particular next indicator. So here by these two indicators we come to know that the project is behind the schedule and also over budget, as we got the negative, that two indicators. Now coming to this particular next two indicators, schedule performance index. Schedule performance index, that we got 0.87. Now if the SPI we got less than 1, then what it indicates, right? SPI we got 0.87 and it is less than 1. What it indicates? So project is behind the schedule. We know project is behind the schedule, but how much it is behind the schedule? So it is completed actually 87%, right? Means that project is 13%, means 100 minus 87. 100 minus 87 means 13% is behind that schedule. So from this you come to know that project is behind the schedule by how much percent? 100 minus 87% means 13% it is behind the schedule. Similarly, from the cost performance index, we got the value 0.96. It is also less than 1. It indicates the project is over budget. But how much percent it is over budget? So 100 minus 96% means only 4% that is over budget. So this is what the interpretation of the indicators we got, that results we got, and from this we will come to know that project is behind the schedule and project is over the budget by and at what percentages. So here, by knowing all these things, that which activities are that C and D that are effective on this particular schedule time or the cost or the budget, that we have seen here, and we can say that by this also we can control that, or we can achieve the economy. But here, that monitoring by means of this on the cost as well as on the time. So dear students, this is what about the earned value analysis is the project progress monitoring technique or tool. If you like this particular content, don't forget to subscribe. Thanking you very much.